What's up, YouTube? This is 2 Raw 4 TV. So I told you I was going to do a secondary video based on that article. And as usual, I'll put a link to that article in the pinned comment in the comment section below. And it was something else that John Sally said in that interview that drew my interest. And that's the fact that he says that if you take Isiah Thomas' career, 1981 to 1994, and you look at his numbers, and you look at Steph Curry's career so far, which is also a 13-year period between 2009 and 2022, he said he feels as if though Isiah Thomas has the better numbers, but nobody wants to talk about it. And, I have to be honest with you, I'm not so certain about that. That's not an open and shut case. I mean, when you look at total points, Isiah had 19,000, I believe, somewhere around that range. Curry has over 20,000. Now, you could argue that Curry has benefited a lot from the three-point line, and if you take away the three-pointers, his scoring average would be lower than Isiah. And then if Isiah played in today's era, he would have shot more threes, would have been more proficient at shooting threes, and that his numbers as far as scoring would be better. That's a possibility. Although I do think that if that's the case, if he shot more threes, then would his field goal percentage be lower? But then again, if he was playing in today's league when there's not those big trees down low, as you see with guys like Ja Morant and others who are smaller, there's not the resistance down low as it would have been just 15 years ago, let alone 30 years ago. Maybe Isiah Thomas's field goal percentage would be higher. I don't know. These are a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas. But if you just take the numbers, it's hard to see John Sally's point. Isiah Thomas shot 45% from the floor. Curry, I think, shoots 47% plus for his career. Isiah Thomas is a 29% career three-point shooter, which was pretty average for his era. Not poor for his era, but in today's average, it looks poor. Today's average is around 36%. When Isiah Thomas retired, I think the league average was around 33%. In the 80s, it was 28, 30%. So today it's 36%. Curry's at 43%. Even taking into this season, how relatively poor he shot the three by his standards. Free throws, Isiah was 76%. Curry's the greatest free throw shooter ever, I think at 90.5%. Rebounds, Curry has the edge. Steals, I think it's close. I think Thomas may have a little edge in steals. Although Curry did lead the league in steals one year. Assists is where Isiah has a decisive edge. He was a better passer, a better floor general, a better facilitator. Isiah was also a master at controlling the game and controlling the tempo of the game. That he's better than Steph Curry is. On the other side of the ball, Isiah was not a lockdown defender, but he wasn't poor. I would say he was average to maybe above average at times. Curry is average at his best. He's adequate. There were times when he was poor on that side of the ball. When you look at their resumes, Curry has 2 league MVPs. Isiah had none. As a matter of fact, after the 86-87 season, Thomas was never again top 10 on that list. So that's in the last 7 seasons, he wasn't even a top 10 MVP candidate. Curry has 3 titles, Isiah 2. Isiah does have a Finals MVP. Isiah did lead the league in assists. I think, I know at least once, 84-85, had one of the greatest individual seasons for a point guard, 24 points per game and almost 14 assists per game, which is phenomenal. Because back then, when Isiah was playing, point guards weren't scoring like that. Not unless in a usual situation, like Nate Archibald, where he was on a really, really bad team. If you just go by the numbers, I have to give it to Curry. One last point to go toward Zeke, though. Zeke never played with another top 75 player. And from 81 to 85 or 86, he didn't play with really any other great players. So teammates-wise, Zeke had the disadvantage over Curry. So I don't know. Stats-wise, I think it's Curry. But I do believe Isiah Thomas is underrated. But tell me what you guys think.